Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and we are going to get tribal. We have a goblin deck that we're going to jam. So, haven't checked in on the goblins since the rotation. Are they better? Well, I don't know if they're better. I know if it happens, we've got a really sick combo in the deck though. Maybe I'll just let that be until we talk about it or see if it happens naturally. It's sad to go first without any 1 or 2 drops, but these 3 cards are amazing. So we're going to try it and see where it goes. Our opponent's going to mulligan to 6. So Experimental Frenzy is such a fun card. I can't wait to play it for you. I don't know if I've had it on stream yet, but you can play the top card of your library anytime, but you can't play cards from your hand. Gets complicated, but in a nutshell, you can usually cast more spells going off the top of your deck because a new card gets added every day. Well, this is just my life now, apparently. We're just going to do this every day of my life. We're just going to get turn 2 Steel Leafed every time I wake up in the morning. Throw on some Rabid Bite for good measure. And that's game. I don't really have a way to deal with that anywhere in the deck. So I guess we'll play this Warchief and attack and try to race. And then maybe we can do Siege Gang on the cheap. And like I said, we'll just throw everything at our opponent. Well, they missed a play there. Maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope. All these goblins getting all hasty. Down to 10. There's a creature to get in the way. Ugh, they had to draw it. One's doing some math maybe, but I can, at the worst, sacrifice 2 goblins to kill the champion. At the very worst, I can kill the champion now. It's not over. All right. Well, we're definitely playing Squee. Who's attacking? Block here. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But if they block the Siege Gang, I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's just lethal. I have to make sure I do this right. So block here. 2, 4, 5, 6, and I have enough mana to sacrifice 2 goblins, so I sacrifice 1 of the 1/1s, that's 8. I sacrifice the blocked Siege Gang commander, that's 10. All attack. So first we have to sacrifice one of our 1/1s. Pain your face. And it says sacrifice a goblin, not another goblin. We can sacrifice the Siege Gang to itself, and we need to, otherwise it doesn't work. Take that! Ninja moves! Put it on the wall and frame it. Turn 2 Steel Leaf champion. Goblin's too strong. They give us a walk the plank deck. Yay, let's go look at this pile. Oh my goodness. Couldn't ask for a better start to my day. All right. We got some Fanatical Firebrands and Skirk Prospectors on the low end. The Prospector making mana comes in really handy when we start getting into the nitty gritty that you didn't quite get to see there. Just didn't have the time. But when it comes down to it, what we really want to do is get out a card like Runaway Steam-Kin with Skirk Prospector and Dark Dweller Oracle, which says sacrifice a creature, exile the top card of your library. You may play that this turn. Experimental Frenzy says you may look at the top card of your library. You may play it anytime. This usually goes until you reveal a land. Then you can't play it because you've already played another land this turn. If you reveal your second land, the frenzy stops. But if you have Dark Dweller Oracle to exile, say, I don't know, a Goblin Instigator token, revealing, say, another Goblin that you play, which puts more counters on your Steam-Kin, which you can remove to make more mana. There is a combo in here. It usually takes about 2 Warchiefs and a Runaway Steam-Kin to go with Experimental Frenzy and Dark Dweller Oracle. Asking a lot, I know, but you can almost make infinite mana and play your whole deck. Which it's not technically infinite. There's definitely a limit to it. And there's definitely a run of cards that could happen, like 6 or 7 land in a row that would ruin it. But it is a thing. You can do it. But in the meantime, we're running cards like Siege Gang Commander. We're not running Goblin Trashmaster. Something had to go, and I think the Frenzy and its ability to just keep things coming lets you grind, whereas the Trashmaster is 4 mana for a 3/3 that pumps your guys and then gets killed, and then your guys are weak again, and you don't have a lot to show for it. I think it's just too much for a Lord. I think 4 mana for a +1/+1 is too much. If it were a +2/+1, like good old Undead Warchief, I'd be more into it. I'm also not sure how good Legion Warboss is in the deck. We don't have a lot of ways to plow the road so that these tokens get somewhere. It's so good against control, though, I think I have to run it. Also, if we have a Dark Dweller Oracle, at least we can sacrifice those tokens and do something with them that way. But it's really frustrating, to be honest, to have a Legion Warboss come down and just run its token into a Knight of Grace every turn. And Chainwhirler boy, we can't forget about you. And honorary Gobbo Squee, just is a goblin, but he's kind of our mascot, our spirit animal, if you will. Let's go find more games. This deck is pretty fun. I'm not sure how great it is. You may have gotten the vibe that we have basically no removal, except for our Siege Gang Commander hurling goblins around. It's so flavorful. How else would they kill anything? And the Chainwhirler, of course, can get you. We're going to keep, and I think what I'm going to do is go for Warboss on turn 2, because I frickin' can. And we can play this Skirk Prospector. It can sacrifice for a mana. And maybe a really early Warboss is good enough to get crazy. Uh-oh. Alrighty, tokens. Well, you know what we got for tokens. You know what we got for thems. We got the Chainwhirls, baby. Alright, so we'll sacrifice you for red. This is pretty loose. And I really hope I draw an Experimental Frenzy off the top, since I have 5 land here. But let's get it going. But that's why we can run a lot of 3-drops. Warboss, Warchief, and Chainwhirler is sometimes Prospector makes a Llanowar Elf impression. Alrighty. Yummy! Maybe we'll only need these 2 cards. They are that legitly powerful. Of course, a lot of ways the opponent could come back. Don't want to write this one off just yet. But a card like Experimental Frenzy off the top or a Dark Dweller Oracle would be wonderful. Wonderful! The flowers continue. Alright. Ki! More war bosses! We need all of the war bosses. And we need to carefully attack with everything because that's the way it works. And yes, I'm very happy to trade my Warboss for the Amara. It's the whole board, plus we put another +1/+1 counter out there. Opponent will have none of it. They're going to go to 3 instead. I think we're going to out-token the token deck. Don't tell them. Ugh. Goblins. Freaking rolling. Some individually powerful cards that the opponents do have to answer. Warboss, you gotta do something about that. Siege Gang, depends on the board state, but you probably have to do something about that. I mean, we've got a lot of goblins to throw around. Okay, this hand actually has 4 different goblins, are none of the goblins I just mentioned, but does have an oracle. This could be great or terrible. Let's go see. Whether or not to turn to Warchief. Maybe I'm supposed to. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. That way, if I draw my best goblins off, it makes for my most explosive draws. It really does. And against, like, Forest Elf, I don't think this will die. Oh, black mana, maybe it will. Oh. Brutal. Frickin' brutal. Frickin' brutal. More brutal. Keep it coming. Moment of craving, please. Alright. Sure. I guess you hate goblins. Let's see if you still have something left over for the Dark Dweller Oracle or not. If this also gets removed, it's like, well, yay. Game. Read. Are we reading or are we killing? That's nice. That's great. We got top deck Experimental Frenzy or Siege Gang Commander, I think. Well then. And here we go. Right away I get a play. Maybe I'm supposed to kill that elf. Maybe. Yeah, I'm supposed to kill that elf. If I get priority again, I'm doing it. There might be a Vraska. There could have been so many things that would have affected this frenzy. Pumping the Thorn Lieutenant. I was definitely supposed to kill that elf. Now let's see if my opponent punishes me for it here in the attack step. Third moment of craving. Our opponent hates red. Hates red. I don't really agree with that, though. I think you gotta save that for something more substantial. Alright, we can't play that. We can play this. And we will. And this. Here we go now! Yeah, let's attack. See if the Reaper wants some. Nope. But this is the part where you start playing 2 or 3 cards a turn, and your opponent, if they don't get rid of Frenzy, that just keeps happening. Plus, those cards we draw that we can't play, you know, that we're not allowed to play, they do accrue in our hand. So if they ever remove the Frenzy, we can start playing those cards. Now, the way it's bad is if we draw like 2 lands in a row. Or another Frenzy isn't ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but I guess we have to play it to get deeper in the deck. And, nope, no attacks. Alright, so that wasn't a great turn. Frenzy does have downside. Here's Viv.
Every fight makes let's tear come to me.
That was so many words. Pronto. Yep, that can kill a Frenzy, but now we have 2 at least. Right, Mountain. And that was horrible. That was the worst. That was the dirt worst right there. Are you going after him? Looks like they're going after him.
Feel the wrath of Scala.
You don't have attacks, though. Are you going to let me keep this one? Or are you going to use your Bronto? Come on now. What are we wasting time for? I don't understand. That's a nice little combo with the Reaper. So the opponent managed to get rid of both Frenzies. Good for them. Does the opponent know about these? No, they don't. So let's attack Viv. We attacked with the token, hoping that our opponent would block in such a way that the Chainwhirler would kill an extra thing. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. And we need another Dark Dweller Oracle against this removal heavy frickin' what the hell? I mean, really. What a funky green pile we have.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Surely you have to hit some bad stuff. Or you just hit more Chupas, I guess. I mean, like, how do you play this many removal spells and always get a creature off your Vivian Reed? It's really funny. Just brilliant deck building, I suppose. Deeper than I can fathom. Okie dokes. What you got? More life loss, more card draw. Must be nice. I am playing the red deck without shocks, so I kind of get what I deserve.
Balance comes.
Siege Gang Commander, though, would really do a number. Every hit. Every hit. Greatest Magic player alive. Why the Steam-Kin? Like, I'm top decking. It's not gonna do anything for a long time. Alright. We're really... I guess I'm just hoping to somehow get, like, a Dark Dweller Oracle Frenzy combo going off the top again. I think that's the only way this works.
Meet my newest friend.
That's a pretty good friend. But our opponent can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. They have to have more spot removal. And now what? Still not attacking. Nope, wouldn't dare do that. Alright, I'm gonna leave. This one's a 0%er, and our opponent is in no hurry and has no interest in ending the game, but I do. I want to play more games today, so let's get the hell out. But that was a pretty fun game to watch. I think we had some unfortunate frenzy moments. Some pretty unfortunate frenzy moments. But other than that, that was a pretty fun one if you like just seeing goblins die. That black-green player hates red. Like, showed up, said, like, I'm gonna kill anything that plays a mountain. I can respect that. I, too, have been in that place in my life. I can respect that. Alright, let's keep it. Now, supposedly, they're... Ooh! I was told about this. What's this? You click on that, it does things. You click on this, it doesn't do nothing. Like, but you click on this building specifically, it's got like a lightning tower. See that? And there's lightning inside when you click on it. Isn't that rad? This is YouTube comments for good. Like, when YouTube comments are at their very best, they're telling me about things like that. Let's go with the Fanatical Firebrand. Let's focus on damage. That doesn't get too old. That's pretty fun. Make the bird fly away. Make the gargoyle shake it off. Taylor Swift the gargoyle over here. And then illuminates everything. I don't know if you see that, but the wings go up and you can see what's in the background of the city. I love this board. It's the best board they've made so far. Should have played the Prospector. There's the Warboss. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Alright. I'll go with the Dweller. This is a pirate. This is not. But if our opponent does play like Fiery Cannonade, this will live. Gotta get behind the little things in life. Nobody lets me have my Oracle. It scares everybody. I don't know when the last time an Oracle actually won a freaking game was, but it scares everybody. Alright. I'll play you. We can always play this next turn and have a hasty Prospector on the same turn. Again, watch your attack steps. The all attack, for some reason, goes completely busto when you have a Warboss. Zap, zap. Alrighty. My turn. I'll go for you. Resolves. Go for you. Combat. Attack. You. You. Do I want to trade? So I can offer those. And I could trade this. Do I want to trade this? I suppose. It's all fine. Like, we have to get through this somehow, and I think it helps our opponent out a lot. So we'll go with these 5 attackers, and we'll put a +1/+1 counter over here. And there's the block. That's fine. We kept the Fanatical Firebrand back so that if the Electromancer wanted to block a Goblin, we could get it off the field, but it's dead now. Everything's fine. I could have played the Frenzy right there by sacrificing some Goblins, but I don't think that's a good move right here. If the opponent doesn't have a sweeper for the Goblins, we might just win. Alright. You got Tez. Hi, Tez. What you doing?
Shall we begin?
Making Thopters.
Will keep an eye on you.
Alright, another Warchief. Pretty good. Pretty good. Might be lethal. It's really close. Anyway, let's kill this Thopter. And let's get the opponent, like, to very low life total. Then I am going to sacrifice a Goblin for the red mana and get the Frenzy down while my opponent's tapped out. So they also have to deal with the Frenzy. I could play a Steam-Kin by sacrificing 2 Goblins, but I will let that go to my hand. Right? Is there a world where I want to do that? Our opponent conceded, and I don't blame him. I think we were going to win that game anyway. I'm just wondering if there's a world where I could play Steam-Kin, keep my Prospector and the Warchiefs. It's so close to the combo, but I think I would leave it. I don't think I'm supposed to give up 2 more Goblins for that one. All right, well, this was a very fun day running the Goblin pile. We didn't get to totally combo off, but I love Experimental Frenzy. I really enjoy Skirk Prospector and the things it can do for turn 2, like Legion Warboss. Very fun. And hey, we beat turn 2 Steely Champion on the play, something I never thought the deck could do. So, great video all in all. Thank you for watching. Oh, announcement time. Announcement for those of you still here. We hit our first Patreon stretch goal, which means that I will be recording a free-to-play episode, the Young CGB series, as I call it, for every day of the week, available to all. So stay tuned to the channel for that. Thank you to everybody who made that happen. If you are somebody who gets a lot of value from that series and aren't able to contribute on Patreon, make sure you thank the patrons who were willing to come together and raise the money, and now that will be a regular series for everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and let's play that music one more time on my way out the door. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks again.